Alex Pereira versus Jiri 2. Not the fight we were promised, but now is it the fight that we do want? We just saw that Alex Pereira versus Jiri has now been subbed in as the main event.
The new main event is Alex Pereira facing former UFC light heavyweight champion Jiri Procházka.
It's not Conor McGregor versus Chandler, but is it the fight that we do want to see? Because after the first fight, a lot of us do believe that Jiri had a lot more to give and the fight was called off too early. Jiri did come out and say, hey guys, I was kind of unconscious and my body was just fighting on its own because I am a warrior. We all know Jiri is a humble guy, so he might have just said, you know what, I'ma just take this L as a good person and I'ma just be humble about it. As the second fight is just around the corner, what does Jiri have to do to beat Alex Pereira? We do know Alex Pereira is an awkward guy. He's got such a weird fighting style and he throws punches from weird angles. But then when awkward met awkward, Jiri was the one who made mistakes and Alex used those mistakes to put him out very quickly. What if Jiri had enough time to get accustomed to Alex's movements? Maybe he will find a pattern because we do know Jiri is a great fighter and he is himself awkward. So if he can find a pattern and he can use that pattern to his advantage, does Jiri stand a chance to beat Alex? Alex fights a slow-paced game where he picks his shots, he breaks you down. We know he does that lovely calf kick where he breaks down your foundations. If Alex can break down Jiri's foundations again, this is going to slow Jiri down. His movements are going to be off. He's going to be a little bit slow on that front foot. And what's going to happen is Alex is going to find those punches again because once you're slow enough, Alex likes to throw very slow and stiff punches. So if he slows you down enough, those slow punches will connect no matter how fast you think you are. Once you start losing your leg movement, Alex is going to have a field day with you. Jiri needs to find a way to defend against this and defend against those calf kicks because those calf kicks were one of the things that put Jiri away fast in the last fight. We have seen that Alex is not the most dominant fighter on the ground. His takedown defense is very great. So can Jiri try to get Alex onto the canvas and try to do some work on him? Because Alex, even though he is a high-level BJJ practitioner, we haven't seen him being tested. All we know is when Alex gets put to the ground, he tries his best to get back up as quickly as possible. Is he scared of having to fight on the ground at such a high level? Maybe his tank isn't built for that. Jiri will need to explore this and use this to try to get Alex out of there, because if he tries to fight Alex standing up against the cage or in a clinch, Alex has all this Muay Thai background that's going to help him out in really close combat situations. If Jiri judges his distance well, stopping Alex from using his legs to get those kicks in, or just getting close enough to him where he can't utilize a strong punch and he can't throw a full-fledged punch, he's gonna have to start using things like uppercuts, which Jiri can try to dodge and use those to counter Alex. Alex's frame gives him a very, very good range on using those long, stiff punches. But now if you shorten that range, you're going to take some of that power out of those shots. And also when that range is shortened, Alex is not going to be able to position himself properly because Alex uses a lot of transfer of energy. The way he positions himself to throw punches, they look like they're not even heavy, but when they hit people, they're knocking people out. That's because he's transferring the energy very, very accurately and very, very well and efficiently. So if Jiri can put him off game and he doesn't have that energy transfer, there's a very good chance that Alex is going to feel out of the zone and he's not going to be as comfortable in that octagon, in that cage, as he was in his last previous fights. And we all know Alex isn't perfect. We've seen him being taken out by strikes. For example, when Izzy put him out, we saw Izzy kind of use the cage to propel himself, which gave him that little bit more power in his punches. Now, if Jiri can make up for that power with the weight difference, is Jiri going to be able to put Alex out with a strong enough punch? Because his chin isn't made of titanium, his chin is actually pretty regular. If he can catch Alex a couple of times and work that chin down, there is a chance that he can potentially knock Alex out without having to do too much and not having to take much damage throughout this fight. And if Jiri puts all of those things together, I do believe those are the things he needs to take Alex out, because Alex is a well-rounded fighter when it comes to striking, but when it comes to fighting on his back or on the ground, we haven't seen much of it, but we've noticed he always tries to get out of those situations. So maybe he's just not comfortable there, or maybe he just wants to stand and bang. He doesn't want to fight on the floor, doesn't want to fight on his back, doesn't want to be grappling and holding someone else's weight for that long, but that gives Jiri a very, very open window and an open place to try some things out, to get Alex down, try to get full mount and try to give him some work on that ground and pound with full mount, or try to even slip in a submission. But in my opinion, looking at everything, I still think Alex wins that fight. But now, what do you guys think? Does Jiri have a chance to actually win? Does he have a chance to get his belt back? Let me know in the comments below. And are you guys excited for the fight? Are these replacements fights better than the actual fights that we're looking up to? In my opinion, I don't think we could have beat the Conor McGregor versus Chandler fight as a main event fight, but hopefully we see that in the future. We do know Conor McGregor's eye is a little bit toasted, so that's the reason he had to pull out. But what do you guys think? Are you excited for Jiri versus Alex too? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like these breakdowns and things I bring to you, and I'll see you guys on the next one.